Getting your hands on a Rolex watch, the numero uno brand worldwide, might sound like a walk in the park, but it's anything but. Whether it's the iconic Submariner, the classic Day-Date, or any other model in their lineup, you're likely to run into the seemingly endless wait lists when you start your Rolex hunt. Getting a spot on these lists can be both a time-consuming and expensive affair. So, what's the deal with Rolex watch waitlists, and how can you leapfrog the line and score your Rolex faster? Listen up, if you're dead set on scoring that coveted Rolex, you'd be wise to soak in these insider tips and tricks we're about to spill. Even if you just pick up one or two of these pointers, your odds are gonna shoot up like a rocket. But hey, before we dive deep, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss a thing. Tip number 1, dress to impress. In today's modern world, we know you can't always gauge a person's worth solely by their attire. But let's face it, first impressions still carry weight, and appearances do count, no matter how absurd that might sound. It's just the way the cookie crumbles. Regardless of your wealth, a Rolex Authorized dealer is more likely to warm up to a sharp-dressed individual who fits the brand's vibe, rather than someone who looks like they've been partying all day in tattered clothes. You don't need to go overboard, but a snazzy pair of jeans and a crisp polo shirt can work wonders. Opting for business casual attire is like hitting the bullseye for watch shopping, and it sets the stage for a killer first impression. So as long as you're dressed sharp, appear well-groomed, and dab on your favorite cologne, you're bound to leave a lasting mark. Tip number 2, be friendly. When you're dealing with a Rolex Authorized dealer, throw some kindness into the mix. And I'm not just talking about scoring a Rolex, this is life advice too. Fact is, being a sourpuss won't win you any favors when it comes to beating the Rolex waitlist. These dealers hold the keys to the Rolex sports model kingdom, and they're not about to hand over the crown to someone they don't vibe with. So whether you're aiming to outsmart the Rolex waitlist or just navigating through life, remember this truth. Being rude won't ever get you to the front of any line, am I right? Let's be real. They'd much rather sell a watch to someone they genuinely like, someone they can connect with, someone who's on their wavelength. So it all boils down to how determined you are to snag that brand new Rolex at retail. You might want to brush up on some basic body language and people skills to up your likability factor. Find a Rolex sales associate who you feel you click with, someone you can build a solid rapport with. Tip number 3, build a solid bond. This one's a game changer, so when you're hitting the store, make it a mission to connect with the same sales rep every time. Grab a coffee together, chat about more than just watches. Sure, initially it's all about the timepieces, but with time, you gotta go beyond that. Talk about your family, your hobbies, your dreams. Find that common ground. But hey, don't get creepy and start prying into their family tree right off the bat. That's a no-no. Let the relationship flow naturally into those deeper conversations. The closer you become with your trusty sales rep, the higher your chances of laying your hands on that watch you've been lusting after, and in record time. Yes, building this relationship will take some patience, but once you've snagged your first Rolex through them, you'll realize it's been worth every second. Remember, Rome wasn't built in a day, my friend, so if you're dead set on leapfrogging that waitlist, make it a top priority to establish a rock-solid bond with your Rolex dealer. Tip number 4, become a Rolex know-it-all. Now, I'm not saying you need a PhD in Rolexology, but having a solid grasp of the brand, its history, the key models, and some technical tidbits can make a world of difference. It's not just about impressing your dealer with your knowledge, it shows your genuine interest in Rolex and its values, and that can tip the scales in your favor when it comes to snagging the latest Rolex sports models in their next batch. Here's another gem. Find out when those deliveries are scheduled and time your visits accordingly. Who knows, luck might just be on your side and they've got that exact model you've been eyeing fresh off the delivery truck. Add in a good rapport with your friendly sales rep and boom, the stars align and you walk out with that Rolex you've been pining for. It's all about the perfect storm. So be a Rolex encyclopedia and watch the magic unfold. Tip number 5, flaunt your Rolex. Of course, this trick isn't for everyone. If you're on the hunt for your very first Rolex, you can skip this step. But if you're already in the Rolex club, well, that's definitely a plus. Don't forget to flaunt your Rolex like it's a trophy when you drop by the dealer. It's not just a conversation opener. It's your flashy evidence that you've got a long-standing bromance going on with Rolex. Plus, if you keep swinging by the store wearing the same Rolex, it sends a crystal-clear message. You're not just there to snag a Submariner or a Daytona and flip it for a profit. Now, if you don't have a Rolex yet, no worries. Any luxury watch will do. It shows you're serious about your wrist game and ready to invest in a new Rolex at retail price. So whether you're a seasoned Rolex owner or not, make sure to wear your watch with pride and let it do some of the talking for you. Tip number 6, show you mean business. Yes, let the authorized dealer know you're as serious as a heart attack. Make it crystal clear that you're dead set on getting that watch, and once that call comes in, you'll be there with cash in hand, ready to seal the deal on the very same day. You've got to drive home the point that you're not just here for a joyride. Keep reminding the Rolex Authorized dealer that you mean business by showing up with your card all set to swipe faster than they can dial your number. See plenty of folks get on the Rolex waitlist, even if they can't quite foot the bill or aren't all that gung-ho about buying one. However, authorized dealers can detect these characters from a mile away with their dealer-detecting superpowers. So, if you give them any inkling that you're not all in, you won't be making it onto the Rolex waitlist. You want to be on their VIP list, folks, the one with the names of people they can count on to show up with cash in hand, no questions asked, to seal the deal. Tip number 7, stay committed. Obviously, don't flip-flop like a fish out of water. Make up your mind about which Rolex model you're after, and then stick to your guns. Go for the one that's been calling your name the loudest and stay laser-focused until you've sealed the deal. Just be sure to do your homework on the Rolex of your dreams. There are a boatload of videos and articles floating around the web that'll help you nail down the perfect Rolex for you. Now, let's not kid ourselves. Scoring a spot on the Rolex waitlist isn't a walk in the park. It'll gobble up your time, demand some serious elbow grease, and naturally, a bit of money. So, if you're in it to win it, make that choice and stick with it like glue. And there you have it, the inside scoop on how to conquer the Rolex waitlist and get your hands on that coveted timepiece. Which of these tips do you think will be most helpful for you on your Rolex journey? If you found this information valuable, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and ring that notification bell. We've got plenty more watch-related content to satisfy your horological curiosity, so be sure to check out our other videos. Now it's your turn to share your thoughts. Have you ever tried any of these strategies to score a Rolex faster, or do you have your own secret methods? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for joining us today, and until next time, may your wrist be adorned with the Rolex of your dreams. Happy watch hunting.